Alright, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to Dynasty Warriors Origins. Now if you guys have been following my playthrough, you'll know that I didn't get the true Cao Cao's forces ending, or way ending, in my playthrough because I missed one officer or something when I was trying to save Dian Wei. So we are gonna go back through the various battles or whatever that would be impacted if Dian Wei was alive, starting obviously with the escape from one castle. I'm going to be playing this on hero mode, which is like one step below ultimate, I believe. Just making it easier for myself. Don't need to sweat it because we've already beaten the game on ultimate. Looks like we do have a dialogue with Dian Wei here, which I must have missed the first time through. So let's go ahead and do that real quick.
Hey, do you have a moment? It's nothing too serious. There's just something I'd like to say to you. Firstly, I want to thank you for your efforts in the battle with Louis Bu. If you hadn't been there, we'd have been in trouble. You have my gratitude, truly. I hope to repay the favor someday. Now you're making me blush. But it's nice to hear you feel that way. How can I put this? Your background is something of a mystery, right? Yet, my lord placed you at his side, regardless. He is nothing if not open-minded. But it's not like I'm trying to draw your story out of you, so you can relax. We're comrades now. Regardless of our backgrounds, we've both risen to prominence thanks to Lord Cao Cao. So, how about it? Will you serve him alongside me? With you there, I'd have another person I can really count on. I'm sure of it. Of course not. Please keep an open mind and think it over. My lord has a vision, one that gives me hope for the future. I'm desperate to help make it a reality. Yet there are many who would stand in his way. And sometimes, we're the only ones in a position to stop them. I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm not trying to worry you or anything, but just keep this in mind when times get tough, okay? Anyway, enough serious talk. Let's go eat. To protect a man like Lord Cao Cao, one must keep their strength up. You should follow my example.
Cool. Okay, so I think we're clear to attend the battle now. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go with Guo Jia for my companion because he is relevant for the rest of the ending or whatever. Everything else is pretty similar. So let's get into it quick.
Until Lord Cao Cao has escaped, I will not fall even as life leaves my body. Dian Wei shall show what a true warrior is made of.
I will live and make good on my escape. Dian Wei, your sacrifice shall not be in vain. This I swear.
You gotta be quicker.
In the event of an emergency, we are to meet at the Eastern Gate. Lord Cao Cao and Lord Dian Wei are also aware of this. While our forces subdue the enemy, we shall move to offer aid. That
The
way,
enemy officer.
we can move
has been
swiftly
defeated.
and adapt to any scenario.
Let's go.
Time to advance.
Now.
Take this. We cannot fight our way through these numbers.
I will draw
The
the
enemy
enemy's
officer
attention.
has been
Find an
defeated.
unguarded wall and escape through there.
Thank you.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Okay, so I realized that while editing this video that my audio was super corrupted or messed up or something for the entirety of this battle and for the rest of the video as well. So I'll just do voiceovers every now and then with some commentary of what exactly you need to do to obtain the true ending here.
Damn it. This rain of arrows prevents both progress and retreat.
The eastern battlefield is shifting. It seems that Lord Cao Cao is safe. Now, let us do what we can. Observe the situation and quash any threats to Lord Cao Cao.
Time to advance. Now,
I can't believe this.
the enemy officer has been defeated. Now, this territory is ours.
Okay, so once you guys clear the northeast base, there's going to be a bunch of enemies that spawn in the center and eastern part of the map. So you got to rush back and take care of all of those generals. But most notably, there will be an attack on the south base that you've got down there. So the top priority will be to defend that, as you guys can see here.
Has been defeated.
The enemy's movements indicate that Cao Cao must be fleeing west. We shall follow in his tracks.
Come now.
The
We
enemy
must take
officer
down the foes to the
has
rear
been
and save
defeated.
Cao Cao. This will be more difficult than I'd wagered.
Cao Cao's cohorts and guards are formidable. Be that as it may, this is still within expectations.
I'm counting on you.
It's about time for the next step.
Let's go. The enemy officer has been defeated.
So after you're done defeating the generals in the south, you got to go up to the northwest base and clear that out. And once that's done, you can see that they start putting up ladders to the western part of the castle. Depending on how fast you do this, you might have to wait a while on the outside of the castle while they put up the ladders. I think I had to sit outside here for nearly a minute. But eventually, Cao Cao will say something about escaping. And then they will open the gate, as you guys will be able to see in a second. But once you're in there, you got to go ahead and defeat all of the different generals, including the one in the southeastern part of the base.
If Cao Cao flees here, there's no future for us. After him! Do not let him escape! Begin advancing!
I cannot stay with you
Take that.
to the end.
You're unharmed, right? Cao Cao. Indeed.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
If you can walk that far, I suppose you're fine.
Whoever gets sentimental loses. Now, let us fight in earnest.
All my might.
I must fall back in like this.
That
The
did
enemy
not go
officer
as planned.
has been defeated.
I must try again later.
Cao Cao still lives. At this rate, I won't be able to show my face
The
in
enemy
Liu
officer
Biao.
has been defeated.
Liu Biao's reinforcements are quite sizable. Taking them down would deal a solid blow to him.
Let's go.
Lord Cao Cao has sacrificed much for this outcome.
Now.
We've rendezvoused with Cao Cao. We will now head south to put some distance between us and this battle.
An opening. Take that.
What are you doing here?
Whoa.
I thought your mission was to save Cao Cao, was it not? Surely, you don't mean to...
Okay, just cutting it to say, if you defeat all of the generals in the castle in time, you will get this dialogue from Dian Wei, as well as a fate altered.
What's this? Their numbers are thinning.
I see the enemy have lessened in number. Now they shouldn't have enough to send after Lord Dian Wei.
And after that, just go ahead and complete the battle normally, and you will have saved Dian Wei and have him in a bunch of cutscenes from here on out.
Go on ahead, my lord. And don't look back, no matter what.
Very well. I'm counting on you. Dian Wei.
loose!
Oh, oh. Oh, oh.
Welcome back, Dian Wei.
I really thought that was going to be the end, and it would have been, if not for you. I owe you. Your bravery and determination saved my life. Well, I owe my life to you now. I don't know how I'll be able to repay you, though.
It'll be enough for you to stay with us. Your presence alone forces our would-be enemies to think twice.
So, my lord, what's our next move? It appears that Jiang Shu had already made an agreement with Liu Biao.
We will use this castle as a base to launch our invasion of Jing. However, first we must return to Shi City. This has been a harsh conflict, and our forces need to regroup and reorganize. The last battle was especially costly.
All that's left is to decide their fate. What do you think, Cao Cao?
Not executing them would be sure to...
They would have...
No.
What? Think about it for a moment. It's true that they've caused us a lot of pain. But Lord Cao Cao could put their talents to good use.
Exactly. They killed my own flesh and blood, and drove me and Dian Wei to the brink of defeat and death. There's no doubting their abilities. I will allow them to serve my cause.
So, you will show us mercy?
Mercy to you? No. I simply think it would be a waste not to utilize your talents. You must continue to be of use to me. Otherwise, I will dispose of you. That is all.
Truly impressive.
Okay, so afterwards we have another dialogue with Jian Wei, probably thanking us again here.
I didn't think I would have the chance to properly thank you. We spoke about resolve before, right? And now, we've come full circle. I would have been happy to lay down my life to protect my lord at one castle. But I'm even happier to have lived to fight another day. You really are something else. You risked your life not just for my lord, but for me as well. You were already pushed to the limit, weren't you? That makes me all the more grateful. Of course, I'm honored to have been able to put my life on the line for my lord in his time of need. But seeing how overjoyed everyone was when I came back alive, even now it brings a tear to my eye. And witnessing my lord's humble reaction in particular, even though I failed to protect his kin. He says that sacrifices are inevitable on the path to conquering the land. But it's not as if he's callously throwing away lives. Realizing that has made me feel embarrassed at how I've acted up until now. I must become stronger. I must protect those who would end up being discarded on the path to conquest. You've accomplished that, so there's no reason to assume I can't do the same, right? I knew you'd understand what I meant. Now, we've still got some grub to enjoy. Can't protect our Lord on an empty stomach, right? I owe you my life, so I'll be making sure you eat well every day from now on.
So I believe the next cutscene with Dianwei is this one, the main story with Zhu. So let's go ahead and see what happens here.
Dianwei, you made it back. In one piece. I was on edge the whole time.
Apologies for making you worry. You made all the difference. If you hadn't come, we might have all met our ends. I didn't have the strength to take all of them. And I couldn't even protect Cao Cao.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You'll make us feel bad as well.
Shu-Chu.
You are not alone. We are all responsible for protecting Lord Cao Cao. Next time, let me help you protect him. If we work together, we can keep everyone safe, can't we?
Yes, that we can. It's our duty. And someday, protecting everyone in the realm will be our duty as well. That's more than anyone can handle on their own. So from here on out, I'll be sure to rely on you, Shu-Chu.
Right. We'll work together as one. When times are tough, we'll mourn together. And when they're good, we'll celebrate together.
So I believe the next dialogue with Dianwei is all the way down here after the next battle. So I will go ahead and cut to that.
Hey, you're looking kind of tired.
Well, I have tended to hundreds of the injured since this battle began. What a wretched thing war is. A soldier you patch up and send out in the morning may return that very night as a corpse. If that's not dispiriting, I don't know what is. Mind you, I know that Lord Cao Cao isn't warring without purpose.
You don't need to justify your feelings. War draws in and cuts down soldiers and civilians alike. How could any doctor not see that as a waste? Lord Cao Cao chose war, knowing full well what was going to happen. It's only through war that this violent era might be brought to an end. To him, that's worth the sacrifice. It's worth being hated. It's why I also choose the battlefield. I fight so that our Lord no longer needs to abandon people, that we might save a life he'd otherwise be forced to leave behind. All I can do is give my all.
That's an admirable perspective. I wonder if someday my state of mind can match your own.
Please. That's my line. No matter how strong a warrior I become, I can't do battle against wounds or diseases. Meanwhile, you stand between life and death for every person you help, and never stop fighting. That's truly amazing. I've thought so ever since you saved us in our war against Dongzhuo.
Well, that is my job. I simply don't know any other way to live.
Come now, be proud. At least in front of your comrades, huh?
Comrades?
We both want to help people. So, that makes us comrades. We're fighting the same fight, just on different battlefields. Anyway, I better go train or something. If you ever need help, just say the word.
He must have come to cheer me up. Lord Dianwei is a good man.
So after this cutscene, you don't even have to do the Battle of Guandu. Just go ahead and skip forward to the Battle of Mount Bailong checkpoint that you can see in the story menu here. And then you will have another special cutscene with Guojia involved.
Lord Guojia, you're here. When you were supposed to be resting.
I drink when I want to, and enjoy myself when the desire strikes. That is how you find pleasure in life. You should try it sometime, Master Yuan Hua. There's more to life than what you can learn in your books.
You have me there, I admit. But no matter, I truly enjoy my work. Besides, just as a ruler who doesn't listen to his subjects is doomed to fail, a sick person who wants to die cannot be saved. So if you must focus solely on enjoying yourself, I'd ask that it wait until after you've recovered.
Well, when you put it that way...
Lord Guojia, you really should listen to what he tells you.
Lord Dianwei.
Almost dying at one castle taught me something. Wanting to give your life for a cause is a fine motivator. But wanting to live for that cause makes you even stronger. Especially if you want to see the world Lord Cao Cao will create.
The world he'll create? Huh. Fine, fine. I'll turn in. For now. I won't be able to enjoy myself, with you two pestering me anyway. Very demanding people indeed. It certainly is cold here. At this rate, it may be snowing even in Ye by the time we return from battle. I like the snow. I enjoy watching it fall as I drink. Though, when I mentioned it to that friend of yours, he told me to stop neglecting my health. You certainly associate with some demanding people. I suppose. He's young, but he is an excellent doctor. I hear he has even treated Lord Cao Cao. Still, no one knows one's own body better than one's self. Oh, that reminds me. I meant to ask. When the battle is over, and we return to Ye, will you have a drink with me while watching the snow fall? I'm looking. Let's bring the House of Yuan to an end, quell the Yuan, and return to Ye with all haste. I don't want to miss the snow.
So after this last cutscene, you will start the Battle of Mount Bailong. I'd say to be sure to bring Guojia as your companion because I feel like it's just fitting. I don't think it's a necessity though. Then I believe the only notable thing that you have to do in this battle is defeat Bai Luan when he spawns on the western side of the battlefield. And to get him to spawn, you have to take a bunch of the bases on the western side of the map and escort Lord Tianqiu to a certain point, which you guys will see here in a second.
Yes, very good. Everything has gone according to plan so far. Our next move is to take the shortcut and put a knife to the throat of the enemy.
There we go.
You
Looking
will
rough.
go no further.
Nice try.
This place will be your grave.
The enemy officer
Cao Cao.
has been defeated.
Let's march!
I never thought I'd see another soul on this path. Do you have relatives in the north?
We march at once!
Better ready. So you have come, Su Luan.
Looking rough.
Which means you have decided to remain in the service of Cao Cao and the Han.
Begin advancing.
My last. I cannot stop them. Zuluan, is this what you want? Do you really wish to pursue the blood-stained path to hegemony?
Now!
Outstanding. They have all exceeded my expectations.
Take this!
Our soldiers are charging forth like lightning. It won't be long before the battle is won.
So as you can see, if you did everything correctly, you will get the fate altar thing popping up on your screen. And then from here, all you got to do is just complete the battle normally. If you've done the battle before, you'll know that you have to go back to the base and save Cao Cao. In this ending, he will also have Dian Wei guarding him alongside Shu Zhu. So he can certainly survive for a little longer before you have to get back down there and save him. But yeah, after you do that one time, all you got to do is go ahead and complete the battle, defeat Yuan Shang, and take out his large force. If you're playing on Ultimate Warrior difficulty, this part of the battle could be a bit difficult as well. I believe when I did it, I nearly died a couple of times, and it took me about 5 minutes to clear out the entire area. So just be careful around here, otherwise you get set back, and you don't want to have to do all of that again. At the end of the battle though, you do have to do a duel with Bai Luan, which is pretty much the same as the normal ending, but I thought I might as well include it just because it's a duel.
What's this? Do my senses deceive me? This reminds me of the magic of the yellow turbans.
There you are, Zuluan. You're hell-bent on standing in my way, aren't you? Then, you'd best be prepared to fight. This is our destiny.
I see you.
As guardians of peace.
Get it?
Cao Cao believes it is his right
Got this.
to rule over others as the guardian of Emperor Xian. Why do you follow such a fool?
I might.
Is this my last? Why don't you remember? How can you?
Well fought, all of you.
It was an honor, my lord.
I'm just glad we could be of use.
Lord Guojia, you do not look well. We are lucky the weather is still so mild. Let us return to Yi with all haste while we still can.
Guojia. Fluttering snowflakes to complement a drink. How elegant.
Will you join me?
Guojia. You are splendid indeed.
This evening shall be cold. Please, take care of yourself.
Close my eyes, and I can see the skies of Jing. and in the back of my mind, various stratagems take shape. If only there were time. It truly is regrettable.
Lord Goja!
Why?
The man assigned to watch over you reported to us, saying you would be sure to go out in the snow, and that we should ensure you kept warm. Honestly, I feel as if I'm dealing with a child.
You've all come here just to...
From Ye, on horseback at full speed.
Let us discuss our plans inside. We aren't about to let you slip away without a word.
So you wish to take action, then?
So compared to the normal ending, the excerpt after that cutscene is a bit different. It says, in the end, a brilliant strategist from the ranks was able to survive a grave illness. Cao Cao went on to replace the three excellencies with the position of chancellor, to which he appointed himself. Now in control of the imperial court, he could finally begin his quest to unite the realm under his rule. So then once you get back to the lodgings, you'll have a letter from Guojia just asking if he can come to visit. And basically it just gives you another cutscene with Guojia that you wouldn't have gotten if he died after the last battle.
I would like to talk with you. Do you have a moment? Thank you. Well, it's about my future. I have decided to step down from my role as a strategist. If we are able to defeat Yuan Shang and the Wuan at Mount Bailang and establish the foundations for our kingdom, then my work will be done. At least I had hoped it would be. However, Lord Dianwei and Master Yuan Hua have led me to change my mind. I've decided I want to live to see with my own eyes the world Lord Cao Cao will create. I've been ordered not to overdo it and to look after myself. From now on, I will do exactly that, as an officer without an official posting. You think so? I still have my doubts. After all, it is not a way of living that I'm accustomed to. But when I think about being just another officer, free to spread my wings, well, it sounds right somehow. I'd be just like you. In fact, I've already spoken to Lord Cao Cao. From now on, I will work from the shadows, serving secretly as Lord Cao Cao's eyes, ears, and blade. I suspect we may well find ourselves working together. Often. I trust we will continue to be friends and comrades.
After this cutscene, you'll have another optional dialogue with Guojia right next to the main story mission.
It's warm here. And being with you gives me a warm feeling as well. A feeling of security. I wanted to feel the wind, but after the scolding I got from everyone, I'll be taking better care of myself for a while. Jiashu, Lord Xunyo, Lord Xunyo, all of Lord Cao Cao's top strategists depend on you greatly. At Mount Bailang, they advised you not to let me overexert myself in battle. As a result, I failed in my objective to live as I wished and accept death when the time came. I owe you all greatly for that, and I doubt I will ever be able to repay you. I suppose you're saying that to ease my worries, but as a strategist, it was obvious to me what you were doing, and I happily went along with it. My life will be shorter than others. That fact won't change. Nonetheless, I can't deny the change in my heart's deepest desires. Once, I would have been glad to trade my short life to help Lord Cao Cao achieve his goal. But now, I think I would rather live longer and achieve my own aims. I want to spend more time with my friends and with you. You are the one who changed it. You will take responsibility, won't you? Now, enough of this serious talk. Let's have some fun, shall we? I've been out of sorts lately, but having you around calms me. It feels as though nothing's impossible as long as we're together.
And after this cutscene, you will have a notification once you go back to the story menu in your lodgings, basically just saying that there is a checkpoint added right before the battle of Chi-Bi, which allows you to skip the next 2 battles, so that's pretty neat. And before the battle, there is a dialogue with Guo Jia, which I will show you guys here.
Do you have a moment? I have a request for you. Soon we'll be fighting the decisive battle at Chi-Bi, and I want you to be at my side. Lord Chunyo, Lord Chunyu, and Jia Shu. We know this battle will be full of danger and hidden perils. The problem is, none of us know exactly what they might be, and we've no way of figuring out either. We just don't know enough. We won't know the dangers until we stand on the battlefield itself, feel the shaking beneath our feet, taste the currents in the air. And who better to figure out those signs than you and me? Together we can roam the battlefield and snuff out the dangers as soon as they appear. If we do this, we lay the foundations for certain victory, and in turn pave the way for Lord Cao Cao's conquest. So let us go, together.
Once you do start the battle of Chi-Bi, you will actually have an option to pick Guo Jia as a companion for this battle, so be sure to do that.
With me here, I suppose our victory is all but assured. Now, what chance of victory does the enemy believe they have? It would be in our best interest to find out for ourselves. We should be more than enough to fulfill such a task. Let us go.
So you can already see here that Guo Jia is already suspicious that something is going on behind the scenes, considering how outnumbered they are. At the start though, I would just play the battle normally. There are duels with Zhao Yun and Gan Ning on the map, so I just went ahead and did that. I don't think it's a rush, but one of the notable things that you have to do early is defeat Zhuge Liang at the altar, which is on the other side of the map, as you might know. So don't spend too much time fighting all these generals, but I do like to do the duels, so maybe go ahead and do those. Now, if you rush really fast to the west part of the map, you will notice that Zhuge Liang isn't at the altar yet, but eventually he does say something about moving to the altar, as you guys can see here.
It is time. I shall pray to invoke the winds.
Looking rough.
Come now.
Looking rough.
The finale.
Whoa.
The enemy shows no signs of going on the offensive.
Stay sharp.
Could they truly be waiting for the wind to change?
Time to end it.
That white fan, his appearance. So that must be the sleeping dragon, Zhuge Liang.
The enemy officer
As long as he lives,
has been
he is
defeated.
sure to be a thorn in our side.
So after you defeat Zhuge Liang, doesn't matter if it's here or at the altar, Guo Jia will eventually have some special dialogue lines that you wouldn't have been able to experience if you just did the normal ending. So I'm going to let all of that play out here, and I'll be quiet until the next notable point in the mission.
Say for argument's sake that they compel the very winds to change direction. Not even such a miracle could change the outcome of this battle.
Take this.
We have already advanced so far that if they attempted to set fire to our ships,
has been
it
defeated.
would spread to their own.
Let's go.
Oh, you're good. You're quite good. Still, my will cannot be broken so easily.
I see. Now that I see it for myself, this much is clear. They're using this spot to convey orders to the front, serving as a decoy and sending signals at the same time. That Zhuge Liang is a canny one.
Can't believe
the
this.
enemy seems convinced that the winds will change, and that they'll be able to set fire to our ships regardless of how the battle unfolds. Ah, I see. In this situation, only one would be capable of setting fire to our ships, and that would be an ally. The enemy's plan hinges on someone among us.
We cannot make our move under these circumstances. We must fall back and attempt to regroup.
So Huang Gai has retreated. Even so, our forces are exhausted. We should fall back and regroup.
I beg of you, do not miss the moment
be able to make it through
that
this.
the wind changes. The enemy's plan likely depends on that very moment. I imagine they will set fires deep within our ranks. I have an idea where they will be. Search the area the moment you sense a change in the wind.
I know now how ill-prepared I was. I will retreat.
We may not be able to make it through this.
I do not sense anything suspicious nearby. It would seem the time has not yet come. We must remain vigilant for any change in the wind, and then come back. The enemy will grow wary if we linger here. We must return to the battle until the time is right. The winds have begun to shift. Can we make it in time? Lord Huang Gai, what are you doing here? Well, you don't actually need to answer that. I already know that. You are the spark to light the fire.
So, caught on to our plan then. Well, it matters not. You will die before you can tell anyone.
So as you can see here, if you make it to that yellow flag on the map in time, you can actually stop the fire attack. But it's not just about getting to the spot in time, you obviously have to kill Huang Gai as well. Obviously, I'm not having any issues with it because I'm playing on a lower difficulty, but if you're playing on Ultimate Warrior, he is maxed out on morale, so it's going to be just like a Guan Yu or a Lu Bu boss fight, I would say. Thankfully, I didn't have to deal with any of that for this battle.
That's it. The winds have changed. This is going to work.
Leave. Not a moment to waste.
Let's go.
We must stop Huang Gai. Post haste.
Good. We have penetrated their defenses. Now to crush them like ants.
Let's end this.
I'm done for.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The future of Wu.
Let's go.
Rests on my shoulders. I cannot fall now.
We've eliminated a key component to their plan. Now, we can finish this without distraction. You prevented disaster and led us closer to victory from the shadows. So, this is how you choose to fight.
So if you completed all of these steps correctly, you will get the Fate Altered notification showing up on your screen. And that means you have accomplished the true ending successfully. So all you gotta do now is continue the battle as normal. Go ahead and go south and defeat Sun Quan and Liu Bei. And once you've completed the battle, you will get some new dialogue lines as well as some special cutscenes. So go ahead and enjoy.
I will win. If not today, then someday. The tiger's fangs are not so easily broken.
The Coalition forces have been swept from the field. We owe this great victory to everyone's efforts and valor. Be proud. This victory belongs to all of you, my shrewd and courageous allies. It appears that we've secured victory at last.
Yes, and with it, a powerful foothold in Jing. But the war's far from over. It is too early to let down our guard. As we expected, the armies of Liu Bei and Sun Quan have begun to pull back. They're not wasting any time. We must deliver a crushing blow now, while their forces are in disarray. Otherwise, they will be able to regroup and launch a counterattack.
Order all troops to pursue the enemy. We must honor the sacrifices of all who brought us this far, and ensure that this victory is complete.
Consider it done, Cao Cao.
We won this battle by a hair's breadth. If not for all of you, it would have had a very different outcome.
I suppose there's no point in humility. We did save the day, but so did everyone else. This was a victory won by your men and your allies, all of them. As much as I'd like to, we can't take all the credit.
Still, we all know a great portion of that credit goes to you, and you will have your reward. The world will soon know what you've done today.
A reward? Well, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to a cup of your finest wine. Of course, even that wouldn't be enough on its own. What we really want is a world of justice and fairness where everyone can live in peace. You give us that, and we could truly enjoy our wine.
Very well, my friend. If that is truly your wish, then it shall be yours.
Lord Goja, your leadership at Chibi was magnificent.
The tiger bent the knee, but broke no fang. The dragon headed towards Yi province in pursuit of territory. I'm not sure why the result was anything less than perfect.
Still, the fact remains that we gained strategic land.
It's cause for celebration, to be sure.
Never let victory make you complacent. Maintain your focus!
Keep both the mind and blade sharp, and well honed.
Hey, Cao Cao. Someone's looking rather content.
There's no contentment to be found. Yet. Our new kingdom remains beyond us still. Our true journey is only just beginning. We inherit the past and move into turbulent times. We shall not let up on our pace.
All right, it's a race!
I'm next! Wait!
I am a bird with no wings, dashed against the earth. Blood clouds my sight, blinding me to the true hero's visage. What sort of peace can possibly be built after so much needless death and so many forsaken ideals? The answer still eludes me. But Cao Cao is the hero you have chosen, and you have decided to carry on Juha's dream for the future. So for now, I'll be watching you, and hoping that the path you choose for the sake of her dream will bring peace to our world.
So yeah, that wraps up the true ending for Cao Cao's forces. I believe I've included all of the alternate cutscenes and dialogue and whatnot, but if I did happen to miss anything, be sure to let me know in the comments. And be sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed. If you guys have been following along with my Dynasty Warriors playthrough, you'll know that this has been a long journey. I believe this is like the 40th or 41st video in the series that I've uploaded in the last month or so. So it has certainly been a grind, but this will be the last video that I upload for Dynasty Warriors for a while. Hopefully they come out with some new updates or content, and if they do, I will certainly be there to cover that in any future videos. But yeah, check the description to see the playlist of all of my Dynasty Warriors Origins videos. Let me know if there's something related to this game that you want me to do on the channel, whether it's a challenge or just seeing how to unlock a weapon or something. And yeah, with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.